No, just hand it.
Action.
That's your one.
Oh, thanks so much.
Oh, no.
That says long Mac.
Otherwise,
I'm flat white.
one shot for you. Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Java with Jake. Now, we've gone through a lot of the technical stuff in the previous few episodes, but we want to get to the nitty-gritty, the people that really make websites come alive. And we're sitting here with Letti, who's our in-house photographer and videographer. And we're going to get to know a little bit more about Letti and what she does here at PWD. So Letti, fill us in. Obviously you're a photographer and a videographer, but you do more than just, take photos and shoot film. What exactly is your role?
I have a few roles here. So I started off as a personal assistant to the CEO of the company. But they knew coming in that I had my skills with my camera and photography, videography, because that's my background, and I do have a background in marketing. I know everything about WordPress and SEO already, just because I've set up my own website. So coming into that, I had those skills, and as a personal assistant to the CEO, he branched me out to do more roles. So I'm now also the LinkedIn specialist also, and the in-house photographer and videographer, which is really cool. I have a few roles here, and then personal assistant, and quite a few roles.
Woman of many talents. Might hit you up with that LinkedIn stuff, because I probably need a bit of a polish up on mine personally anyway. Run us through how your role has grown. So obviously they knew you had the talents early. Did you start off more as the assistant side of thing and then grew more photography?
Definitely started off as more as the personal assistant, but then as jobs came up where people needed photography for things, so I think one of the first ones was Penguin's Suit Hire, which I think was your client.
That's my client.
Yeah.
Penguin's Suit Hire.
So they were one of the first jobs I did here, and just photographing all of their suits. My brothers were actually the models, which was...
I must have been busy that day.
Yeah.
Or not employed by the company.
You weren't employed, unfortunately. Yet. So Scott and I think it was Lewis were the ones that were the AMs on that. So started off doing that, and as more jobs came about to do photography and videography, so for the company, I just did that. Cool. So it was really cool. And
probably give us a bit of insight into, anyone that picks up a camera, they would just look at something and think they could, just take a photo of, a chair or a tree or whatever. What actually goes into the little intricacies of photography and videography that some people wouldn't really understand that have never done that sort of role before?
Yeah, so in this day and age, I do feel like the market for photographers and videographers are quite saturated. So there's a lot of people out there that, pick up a camera, and yes, you can pick up a camera, you can learn about all of the skills to do with the settings on a camera, but the thing that separates a photographer apart from an amateur is it's your creativity that comes into it. It's the whole process. So people who just pick up a camera and take a photo, they don't understand that there's a whole process to photography. Pre-production, the production, the post-production, all of that, the way you edit your photos, that's when I feel like my photos come to light, and when my videos come to light is in the editing process. And that's why I never provide my clients with the raw footage, because then it's not completely my work. So that's why you hire a photographer, that's why you hire a videographer, because they're doing hours and hours of this process in the production, like when they're on the shoot, afterwards when they're editing. It's a lengthy process, and you have to be like a creative person to do this kind of job, and you have to think outside of the box. And yeah, so that's like really the main difference between why you would hire a photographer over someone that just takes a photo off their iPhone.
Why we hire your services, Letty, because you're the best photographer and videographer in the business. Moving on from that, obviously a lot of your photos have appeared on clients' websites and certain projects, and you know, with social media retainers and stuff like that, we have got you to, you know, go to all, you know, ends of Perth to take photos and do some videography. What's the most rewarding part of your job when you go out to a project and from, you know, start to finish?
Yeah, so I love working with people, and that's sort of where I've kind of found my niche. Some people, you know, like doing landscapes, aerial photography, portrait photography. I know that I love working with people, so that's where I really thrive. I guess, what was the question again? I'm so bad at this.
Rewarding part of your role?
Okay, just seeing the end product and seeing how happy the clients are with the end product, that's like what's the most rewarding part to the role for sure. Like when they're like, oh my gosh, you really captured our business perfectly, and getting to interact with the clients too, that's really the most rewarding part to my role that I do. And like I said, I love working with people, so yeah, that's...
I suppose it's bringing that vision to life that clients or people would have, you know, an image in their head of exactly how they want to portray their business, and if you're able to assist with that and take a, you know, really lovely set of photos or some footage as well, you're assisting in them with that journey and bringing their website or project to life. So Letty, we love having you in the business. You're a fantastic asset, and you do some wonderful things here at PWD, and that'll wrap up today's episode of PWD, so stay tuned for the next one. Cheers.
Cheers.